Joy made the decision to self-isolate in the wake of the coronavirus pandemic. And we also have no audience, and there are plenty of other disruptions in American life right now. And the CDC says to limit gatherings to less than 50 people. Schools are closing all over the country, and so are bars and clubs and restaurants. They're all shutting down or limiting service to takeout only. And it feels like this is gonna be life for the foreseeable future. And something that I've been seeing that I wanna pose to everybody is there is people are sort of attaching real anger to people, to service people. People who are in places to help you get information, whether they're people who are behind the counters, you know, putting the
grocery store
people. People being yelled at, and we need to just, everybody has to take, this is happening to everybody. It's not happening to white people or black people or Asian people, or it's happening to all of us. And I'm wondering if you're feeling, you know, the tension that seems to be attacking us as human beings going through this.
Well, I think the interesting thing is people are so concerned with themselves. You're seeing kind of the worst part of human nature come out. They're trying to block themselves. But really, we have to be in it together and metaphorically together, but literally apart to deal with this right now. And I think people are so busy just thinking of themselves that when you hoard hand sanitizer and other things, thank you for sharing. When you hoard that, you're not saving yourself from the people you're not allowing to buy things. Like people seem to be turning inward when we really need to make sure we keep our eyes outward.
I've seen some things, you know, on the internet that have disappointed me. People fighting over toilet paper and hoarding things. But I've also seen the best of humanity. You know, also people helping. There was a video of an elderly couple in a car, and they were waiting for someone to come by, and the woman gave another woman $100 in a grocery list and said, "We're in our 80s. We don't want to go into the grocery store. We're concerned. Will you do my shopping for me?" And so I've seen really good as well. And I know for us, my kids are at home. My mom, who runs a school, is now also at home because of the New York City ban. I'm a restaurant owner, so our restaurant has really taken a hit, and we're going to be closing. But I think it's, you know, time for all of us to come together. I think it's fine that our restaurant is closing because we have to be safe not only for our staff, but also for our neighbors.
But you know, can I just talk about the toilet paper for a second?
What is up with that?
I think a lot of people have missed the real point with that, you know, and people are, yes, people are making some jokes, like what's the story with toilet paper? But I read a very interesting analysis by a psychologist about it, and I think it's absolutely on point, which is that toilet paper represents, first of all, fear and stress and anxiety on the part of everyone to address a basic bodily function. We all need to eat. We all need to go to the bathroom. And in moments like this where there's so much uncertainty, that is an example of something that people feel that they can do to bring some control in an otherwise chaotic situation. So I think that it's just a metaphor. It happens to be toilet paper because it's an important bodily function, but it really speaks to what you guys are saying, that people are nervous, they're afraid. That's understandable. That's a normal reaction. And I think that the appropriate reaction to that is just to focus on what's important right now. We can't control a lot of things with this outbreak, but we can control our actions, our effort, and our preparation to address it.
Look, I think this has been a total referendum on our distrust of our institutions in this country. There's clear a sheer distrust of the government on a level I don't think I even realized, and I'm conservative and I fear big government as it is. The mixed messaging coming out of the White House right now is not only irresponsible, but it's downright dangerous. When you have Devin Nunes going on TV saying, "Oh, it's okay, go socialize, it's okay, hug people, it's fine." When you have the President of the United States that can't even handle not shaking hands during a press conference, lead by example. And I'm not seeing a lot of profiles and courage coming out of the White House right now, and I think that's what's stoking anxiety. And right now, I've only seen panicking to the nth degree, hoarding toilet paper, screaming at each other, or complete delusion with a bunch of millennials going out partying and at bars. And I was furious about this over the weekend because I stayed inside with my husband all weekend. if you don't care about your own health, care about your parents' health, care about your grandparents' health, care about people over 60, because what you're doing is compromising everyone, and there seems to be no in between. There seems to be no calming of what's going on, and I do think it starts at the top. And if you have people saying, oh, Jared Kushner's in charge, sorry if I don't think that's not going to handle everything well. And if you can't even get through a press conference without not shaking hands and putting yourself in a position where you too could be compromised. So we're supposed to stay 6 feet apart, but the press corps is all jumbled up in one place in front of the president, and he has to stay 6 feet. But there's mixed messaging all the way around, which is adding to the chaos.
That's a great point. The optics are hard to follow because you're telling someone one thing and you're saying, we got to stay apart, and they're shoulder to shoulder the whole time.
And also, to Megan's point about leading by example, I think there's so much confusion right now because this is a new virus. There's just confusion in the world of medicine and science just to begin with. But, you know, if someone is exposed to a known and confirmed case, there is not a clear indication for testing that person. What there is a social responsibility for self-quarantine, and that's not just for our own protection, it's for the protection of those around us.
And also, can we point something out? People who have been exposed to the virus, it does not mean they're going to drop dead. Everybody needs to calm down.
That's right.
You need to calm down. That's not what that means. There are lots of people who have been exposed who may or may not have symptoms. We won't know until we see, but it's not a death sentence. And everyone needs to stop with thinking that, oh my God, I'm gonna die. It's not what's happening. You know, now you're talking a lot more about this on 2020, the pandemic.
We have a big primetime special tonight, Whoopi, on ABC, 10 Eastern time. From 2020, we have a deep dive again on what we know, what we don't know about the coronavirus pandemic. We're going to be taking live viewer questions. I'm going to be answering them on air. We're going to be addressing the psychological aspects of this. And we have some really great reporting, so I hope people tune into it.